Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whatever time it is for you. I'm Cyclone. Welcome to more Let's Play Train Simulator Classic. I decided it's finally time to look at the West Coast Main Line North. This is one of the three routes developed by Keith Ross, also responsible for the Overshat version, which includes the Class 87. This route includes the Class 86, and there is a separate 86 DLC. And there's also the West of Scotland Lines, as it's shown on the game, which we know as the Port Road, which we also know as Western Lines of Scotland. Because it goes beyond just the Port Road. So those are the three routes that he's done. This is the second of his three routes that we will be looking at. A little thing about this route, though, there's a lot of broken scenarios in here, and I'll talk about these as we get into them. But you can see two of them on the screen right now, and they are two of the ones that have check marks on them. Because I've, well, one of them I don't even know how to fix yet. I'm going to have to play with that one. But the one I'm looking at today is one of those broken scenarios. And we're going to look into how to fix this scenario should you decide you want to play this and do it to its conclusion. But I'm also going to show you what is wrong with this scenario so that you can fix it yourself should you wish to. There is one more that I want to fix as well that I will be playing, but it's a career scenario, and I'm going to see if I can clear whether I can do that before, whether I can show how to fix it before I actually do it, because this could be something that could circumvent the career scoring system. I may just have to do a clone version of the scenario for you. But we'll see what happens when that comes up. That will be a later time. I'm not doing that scenario this weekend anyway, so that's fine. In any case, today we are going to be doing Polmadie Hop, then we're going to move to Handover, which is a continuation of Polmadie Hop. It looks like the 86 Intercity does not have a picture included with it, but I can assure you that I do have this train because it comes with the route. I mean, if I don't have it, there's a problem. It comes with the route. It's installed with the route. So there's no way I wouldn't have it. I could also opt for putting the AP version of the train on here. I think I do have the AP 86. I don't have the 87 yet, but I think I have the AP 86, and I could put it on here if I want to. But I'm just going to use the original train to show you the problems that this train has, because we're going to have to fix this train in the future as well. And I'm aware there's a fix posted for fixing this train on the Dovetail Games forums that a user, I think it was Torfmeister, has come up with to fix this train. I'm going to ask him about that and see if we can do that in the future. I'm not going to do that today, though. We're going to go ahead and do Polmadie Hop, which is the... notice this says expert mode only, by the way, on that. We'll talk about that later. Polmadie Hop. So we're going to use Celebrity 47569 Gloucestershire Regiment. I can't say some of these UK names, sorry. We're going to form a southbound express at Polmadie Depot before hauling it into Glasgow Central, unless something else happens first. Let's get started. Get started by reversing beyond the points, pulling forward into 3A and coupling to 86404. We'll be attaching this to the coaches in 3B before hauling the lot into Glasgow Central. So right to work, not even a greeting, welcome to the scenario, we're just going to go straight to work. As you may have heard, obviously this is the front of the train, but we now know we're not going forward because the line up here is all occupied. We can't go this way, and there's a red signal and the other one's occupied, so we're not going up here, we have to reverse. So that's what we're going to be doing. Let's go ahead and just start doing that immediately. Brakes are off, put a little gas on. We're limited to 10 miles per hour. Since we've been told to reverse, I'm going to assume we can just go ahead and reverse. Let's make sure there's nothing behind us. We should also check the points, shouldn't we? Oh, that's not how to check the points. That's also not how to check the points. Okay, we should check the points. Let's make sure everything is the way it should... Uh-oh. There we go. Okay, we had it right. I was right the first time. So we're going to reverse over that section. So our task, as you can see, we're coupling to the front of the train in 3A, apparently. Where is that? We're coupling to this train right here. Coupling to that. Fun times. Alright, back in the back of the cab here. So are we past the point? Yes, we are. We can come to a stop right now. So now we want to go ahead and set the siding over here. We don't need to stop. We can just go straight forward. So our task is okay up here. Again, we are limited to 10 miles per hour, but I'm only going at 5 right now, so we're going to go ahead and continue slowly. There's a train going by. You can see that the trains do have their names here, so that's train number 1Z30. We are the Gloucestershire Regiment, and we are on the junction. I don't like this building in the way with the camera work, by the way. It really does limit the views here when you're in this kind of camera setting, but since we're going forward, we'll hop in the cab here. Just a little more gas. So I've now slowed... Why are there passengers in here? I've now slowed down to a reasonable speed for yard operations. I'm now going very, very slowly. There we go. Good job. Run around the coaches in 3B and attach the 86 to the rear of them. Roger. That's gone, so we're going to run around to 3B, he said. Put a little more speed on, then we'll check what we're doing. So what are we doing? We're going to 3B. 3B is way up here. We're coupling the front of the train behind us, basically, which is now off to our side, and that's a wall. We're going to be coupling to that train right there. Now, the idea here is that the engine we're now dragging is a Class 86. That will become the lead engine of this train. However, because we're taking the train to Glasgow Central, this engine has to be facing in the other direction. That's why we're running this coach to the other side. So we are taking the coach in the direction that it will be traveling. Basically, this will be the front of the train in the next scenario. We're going to take this train in the next scenario. This will be our train, and this will be the front of that train. So that's what we're doing here. More trains going by. Who is that? Train number 2S15. Copy that. So I'm going to check more sidings and stuff back here. It is set correctly to allow us in. That's what we want to see. I believe the signals, whatever signals might exist, are set for us. In fact, there is a white, so that would be our signal. The white light is us. So we're not passing any signals. We're not doing any spatting, nothing like that. And there it's clear. Now, it might be proper to get in the other cab and go forwards this way, but as you can see, I'm just reversing. I should be good on my points by now. Yes, our points are set for us, so we're going to head forward as soon as I... Whoa, 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 don't do that. Going to head forward as soon as we're allowed. Good enough. Back to the front of the train. Still limited to 10, but now we're doing a mission to... That's not what I meant to do. I didn't even do that. How'd that happen? More trains. 1S52. Bringing the speeds down just a wee bit here. Detach from the train and run around, recoupling to the front, ready to head into Glasgow Central. Copy that. So I'm going to move into a free view for a moment so I can just... Actually, you know what? No, let's just do it like this. We're going to go ahead and uncouple using the coupling screen. Better way to do it. This is us. That is them. We are off. Checking behind us. We should have the signal. There's no signal here, actually, because we were next to the signal. So while we're back here, I want to actually show you something else. Let's get to this section over here. Are we free of the point? Yes, we are. So I'm going to stop here for a moment. I'm going to show you something. Let's look at the map for a second. I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I want to show you something back here. You see this guy right here? 2S22. This train never moved. It's supposed to move when the scenario starts. You can see that he's just sitting there chilling at a signal, apparently. And that's going to be a problem, because if you look back here, he's going to be leaving soon. And, well, you can see what's going to happen here. So this train is set for the path going straight. He should be able to go straight. He is clean to go completely straight. There should be no issues here. He can just go straight down the line, and that is that. He's not going anywhere. He is not moving. He apparently, for some reason, thinks he's not clear. So this is going to be a problem. This is why this scenario is broken. Now, I legitimately think that in the original version of this scenario, that train moved. I legitimately think so. I honestly believe that that train did work in a previous version of this scenario, in a previous incarnation of this scenario, or version of the game, I should say. Another train, 1M20. So I do believe it worked in another version of the game. Unfortunately, changes to the dispatcher over the years and how things work basically made sure that it won't work today. It doesn't work today. So unfortunately, let's just say that today you're going to find that it doesn't work. And it didn't the first time I played it, and it's not going to work today either. So let's just go ahead and play this to a certain point. But I'm going to go ahead and stay in the siding at some point to show you what happens. I mean, you can already see where this is going. You can already see it. So we're coupling back to 3B. We have to get to the front, excuse me, of 3B, which is up here. I'm just taking my sweet tea time. So where's the junction, you might ask, up here? Well, we're going to go through here the way we did before. That's still set for us. So we're going to move into 3A. We're going to reverse into 3B after setting this junction back. And once that is done, you can see that we have the switch junction option there. So once that's changed, we're going to then reverse into this area here. And we're going to pick up our train. And it's around that time I'm expecting something to happen. I should get rid of the coupling view. That'd be a good step. There we go. So we are inside 3A. I should be able to stop right now. Why I haven't yet is questionable, because I'm quite a ways in here. I didn't need to do that. Let's change both sidings here so there's no confusion. There we go. So we're going to reverse. Nice and slow. Which is why I'm going up to 10 miles per hour, just because I can. There you go. We're going to bring it back down. Seriously now. Let's just bring it back down. Is this junction set for us? It is. We didn't have anything going on there, so that's fine. So I've taken it down to 2 miles per hour. Okay, we have coupled to the train that we are going to be taking with us. As you can see, our next stop is going via Polmadie West exit. Very, very loud train over there somewhere. Where is it? There was something... is it just loud in the shop, or is there a train over there doing something? Let's detach for a second, take a look. There actually is a light engine over here. I don't know if it's 7S55, but somewhere over here there's a light engine. There he is. That might be him. 0S05. He's just, you know, the shunter apparently today. You're apparently the shunter. Lucky you. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our train. You can see that's where we're supposed to head. I'm going to stay here because in 3 minutes from now this scenario is going to end abruptly. And I'm going to find that train that I just showed you on the map. So we're going to head down the line here. What's making... Oh, hi, sir. How are you? How are you doing today? You're lovely. Lovely to see you doing work here. I wondered what that noise was I was getting. But, yeah, that's the noise I had. I think Keith liked putting these kinds of things on the route. And they did find their way into the main game at some point, I think, as well. No left turn. Oh, sorry, left turn. How is this a left turn on a railroad track? Maybe it's just saying... Oh, that's the no juice indicator, so probably no juice on the left is what it's trying to say there. Haven't actually seen that one before. So we're going to keep going down here. Just going for a stroll, train sim world style. Do-do-do-do-do. So you can see the train that we are coming to examine right here. Not the electrical wire, the train. This is the problem. This is why I haven't left yet. 47239, you have a double yellow. You can go. You have a double yellow, sir. Sir, you're making my job harder, sir. Hello, sir. You're making... Here, I'll get behind you and push. Let me push. Let me push. Here. You won't move. Come on. Come on. Okay, you're not... Okay, what time is it? It's 11:45. Let's see what's going on here. So we're peeking around at the map here. And, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hurry up! There's a train coming! You won't move. Come on. Sir. Sir. This is a problem. So, yeah. That's how a scenario can be broken, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know why I didn't leave. I wanted to see the accident that breaks the scenario. So, naturally, there's only one thing we can do about that. Fix it. So, as you can see, we got 27 of our targets complete. Yay. Now, notice that this scenario has another problem. I didn't pass any signals at danger. I've been in the yard the whole time. Where did I pass a signal at danger? Does anyone know where this signal at danger is? Because I sure didn't see one. And I'm a little puzzled as to how I can pass a signal at danger if I don't see a signal. So I'm going to assume that there is a signal in the yard that is purposely red, but you can't get penalized for passing it because you're expected to pass it. I'm going to assume it's something like that. I don't know 100%, but there's some mysterious signal in this yard that you pass at danger every time you play this scenario, no matter what you do. It's happened to me every single time I play this scenario. I don't know what it is. But in any case, let's fix what we can fix in this scenario. Basically, we're going to delete that train. Let's go into the editor and we'll do that. All right, here we are in the editor. So let's move over to the timetable view and just look at this for a second. The train that we need to remove, again, is 2S22. So how are we going to take care of 2S22? Well, we can't do anything with it here because I And I'm not sure what the reason is, but for some reason it starts. I think the train starts too close to the player on the path the player can take, or something like that. I don't know how because it's just really far back, but apparently it refuses to go. Maybe this train is too close. It's in the same section. I don't know, but it's clearly gets a green signal and goes. So maybe the trains start too close to each other, whereas the other ones I don't know why they're fine, but these two are too close. Very interesting. How the game figures that out. But in any case, our goal is to delete 2S22. So let's head back to the game, and there's one, or I should say the world, and there's one very easy way to do this. We're going to head back down the track just like we did before, and make our way down to where that train was. I could have actually done this shortcutting on the menu, or on the map, I should say. I could have shortcut on the map. We could have taken care of this easily, but I'm doing this the hard way. So here he is. This should be 2S22, I believe. Yeah, 47239. I remember that number. So we've got that train selected. We're going to say delete. And while we're at it, we're going to get rid of the coaches that are in the way as well. So he's gone, he's gone, he's gone. Oh, there's more. He's gone, and goodbye. So now this train is completely gone. That means when we get over to the train back here, which goes very, very fast. There he is, this guy. When we see this guy, he now has free access to the track. 47234 has completely free access to the track. He can go wherever he needs to go. Right now he has a red signal because we're in the editor, but he's going to be able to go wherever he needs to go, and he can go whatever fast speed he needs to. He will not be in our way. So, basically, now all we have to do is save the scenario. But you're going to ask me the question, Cyclone, you can't save over official scenarios, can you? Au contraire, this is a standard scenario. You can edit and save official standard scenarios. That is possible. And I'm going to show you that right now by saying we're going to save changes. Yes. I'm going to go straight into the, I didn't want to click on it, but we're going to go straight into the game now, and I'm going to start playing the scenario. But I'm going to show you that. I'm not going to make you sit through all the process again. I'll do that myself. But I'm going to show you that everything works when we get to that scenario. So let's go ahead and take a look. So I'm back in my starting process. Let's clear this and take a look at the menu for a second. And if we go to, as the map I should say, if we go over here, you can see that the train here, 1S12 has started moving. The other train that we deleted is gone. So the save did take effect. And there's the train that's going to eventually be clear. So, in other words, everything works just fine. I can now put the train into reverse, and I can start doing my job just like I did before, the exact same set of tasks, except when we get down to here this time, we're going to actually leave. So I will get to work, I will get this done, and I will see you on the other side of this. Alright, back with you a little bit quicker this time. You can see I've connected to my train. And I'm only 9 minutes into the scenario, so I did things a little faster. We're going to go ahead and get ourselves out of this yard, because I think we might be clear now. I still have not identified the road red signal. No idea where that is. I think I've only passed one signal the entire time I've been in here. So I can see white up ahead. That means we are clear to access, for shunting purposes, the track that we need. We're going to be taking a bit of a odd approach, taking a very, very sharp turn on this junction here to make our way out. That's an automatic junction. We can't actually control that junction. So you're going to see what this looks like as we leave past this signal, this shunt signal. So we do have access to this track. This is ours. And you can see the train ahead. Oh no, we're going to run into this thing. What is this green signal to our left? This makes no sense. Oh, wait. There's a track there. That's where we're going. So we're taking that track over to that junction, and off we go. This 86 sitting here in the siding, it can just stay sitting there in the siding. It is not... There's a gap in the traffic, so we prompt with your move. Roger. There's no service number on this, and the cars over there, they also have no service number. Those freight cars, those tankers. So, yeah, we're just going to leave them alone. We're going to continue on our merry way. We're going 10 miles per hour speed limit. We are going to be upgraded to a 40 before we reach the sign because the main line will all have that 40 for anyone going through the yard. So once we're fully past the signal, I expect the 40 to kick in probably about a couple tenths of a mile beyond the signal. So we're clear of the signal. There's the 40. Or a couple hundredths of a mile, apparently, not tenths. So we're off to 40 miles per hour. Let's get ourselves moving here. There's a 75 up ahead. We're not concerned about that because we're going to be taking a detour into a much slower line. I think we were getting warned about the 30 for anyone taking the junction, which is kind of weird. Why are we getting warned as we get to the junction? I don't see any other kind of warning here. Actually, no, it might be for the 30 up ahead. Maybe it is a warning for the 30 up ahead, because I see the 30 on the track that limits us as we head into Glasgow Queen Street. So maybe that is what it is. And the 75 is no longer set for us, so we are going to be limiting to 30 up ahead. For that reason, I'm just going to leave my speed at 30. There's no reason to go any faster. Here we are, our speed limit of 30 miles per hour approaches. It's going to take effect now as we pass the sign. Notice on the HUD we're still a couple of hundredths of a mile out. We're getting a yellow signal. There's still a whole bunch of signal points. So this looks concerning, but I don't think it's going to be as bad as we think here, because Glasgow Central has a lot of signals covering junctions the way the game is programmed. And I've seen it with Long Island Railroad. In sidings, there are a lot of signals that are always going to show one thing or another. They always have a certain setting. Usually it's go. So it looks like a signal on the HUD, but it doesn't actually work as a signal. It just basically lets you through. So it's basically an on-off signal depending on whether the shunting is set for you. So this single yellow signal means the next signal could be a red signal. We're going to slow down because we have to get down 25, and I have not been paying attention to that. That was my fault. But we need to make sure we don't go past a red anyway. And actually, I think everything is red right now. Everything right now is red. Okay, this is going to need to be slowed down. We cannot pass. We cannot pass. That is what you call close, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting a red signal there. We had a little bit of room, but still, you don't want to play them that close. You do not want to do it that close. Notice, by the way, this is a 2011 route. We have individual signal numbers here. So that did occur in this route. We had individual signal numbers. On the other side of the signals, we don't have anything because there's no signals there. But we're waiting for our signal to turn yellow, I assume, here. And once it does, we're good to go. So what's going on up here? I'm going to say that probably what's going on is we're probably waiting for something up here. That guy. We're waiting for him. That's the track we need. So he is impeding upon the path that we require. I came a little too quickly for this guy. He's only leaving now. Oops. We should get clearance in just a second here, though, and the path will be set for us, as we would derail on that junction if we were to proceed right now. So we're going to go ahead and there's our line, and we should be green, yellow. Yes. Get the brakes off and let's move. So we now have a double yellow signal. "20 is now our speed limit. We are clear into Bridge Street siding 4. We're going to limit ourselves to about 16 right now, because I think we're going to get dropped to 15 in a little while. It's not very clear, but I think we are going to be. And just to prepare for that, so we don't get dinged for it, I'm going to bring it down right now. So there's our yellow. We expect the next signal to be a red. However, there's a very specific reason why this signal is red. Those are not our reds. So once you reach the buffers, detach from the train before heading for a break. Roger that. So here's what we have to deal with. You see that shunt signal up ahead? I guess the yellow signal means look for the shunt signal as well in some cases. This is one of those cases where we have to look for the shunt signal. So we have a white shunt signal. We are clear to proceed over to line D. So we are being shunted across. Knowing that, I'm going to bring my speed back up to 15 miles per hour, if I can. Close enough. So here's something interesting. We have a stop sign. That's not our track, but there is a stop sign. That track won't be used today. We're going to be continuing on this line instead. And we're going to take the yellow over to platform 9. We're then going to take this line around the emergency track work over here. So some sort of emergency track work here. These guys are just standing around, you know, having a coffee. Good for them. Good job, guys. We're going to continue on our way into platform number 9. Now, a disclaimer when you play this scenario, don't try to take this train all the way to the buffer. You will regret it. I attempted to play this scenario. I got to 100th of a mile from the buffer, and it said, no pass. It actually derails the train. It actually does derail the train, apparently. There is supposedly no track there. So I will go as far as I can. I want to get the whole train into the platform. This, by the way, looks very interesting. There's a buffer there. That buffer is fake. That is a fake buffer, and I will demonstrate this for you by scrolling ahead. You see all this track up here? And that's where the track typically ends. You can't go all the way up here. So there's problems with the way the Glasgow Central track is designed, but most importantly right now, let's run over a buffer. Awesome. And you see, we're not fully in the platform, so this train, when the next scenario starts, actually starts over the buffer. So based on that, you know the buffer is fine. So we're going to get the train all the way in. The train is now all the way in. We're going to bring it to a stop. That's good enough. We don't need to do anything more. So we're going to go ahead and detach all of these cars. 41014 is at the front end. That's not what I want to do. Front end where we are. So we're going to go ahead and detach that. And that will be the end of the scenario. I'm going to get out of the cab because we have to finish the scenario somehow as well. So with an ending screen. So let's do that. I'll hop out of the cab and I'll detach when we get there. Good work. Take a break before your next duty. So not really much time to chat about that. That is the end of the scenario. And we're going to move over to the next scenario, which is handover. We're going to see how this Class 86 operates and what is wrong with it. So I'll see you for that. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm Cyclone. Have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you feel you're part of the world, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.